A lot of people are going to be praying that this was some kind of an accident, goof up, or whatever.
Earlier today, we heard of a barrage of missiles that Russia was sending into Ukraine, even into the capital, Kyiv. Then later today, word came that 2 Russian missiles landed in Poland near the border with Ukraine. Russia denies it, but 2 people were killed. Captain Chuck Nash is joining us now. Chuck, great to have you with us. And breaking news here, 2 Poles killed, not Ukrainians, 2 Polish citizens killed. What are you hearing about this incident? Russia, again, denies it. Surprise, surprise. Do we have any more specifics about what exactly went down?
No, not at this point. Of course, you've got the national security advisor saying that he's talked with the Poles, but we're not going to really be able to figure this out conclusively until we get a forensics team there, because they'll be able to find pieces of whatever it was that blew up, and they'll be able to very quickly analyze what this thing was. And it's probably a cruise missile, given the fact that this went over the Ukraine and then landed 5 miles inside of Poland. So something with that kind of a range would either have to have maybe a 350 to 750 mile range, depending on where they fired it from in Russia. So it was a long-range weapon.
Now, whether this was intentional, unintentional, again, Russia says it never happened. I think right away, Chuck, of NATO Article 5. Poland is a NATO member, of course, and that Article 5 says an attack on one NATO member is an attack on all NATO members. Do you think this thing could escalate and pull more nations in? I don't want to overstate what happened, but again, Russian missiles fell in lethal fashion inside a NATO member nation.
Yeah. And I think the first step in this, several nations are going to be calling for Article 4, which is Ali Ali in free. All members, all 30 members, get together at headquarters and discuss what they're going to do about it. Article 5 can be invoked across the board, i.e. all 30, or it could be a partial, which is what happened with Ukraine currently, where we are with Ukraine right now. So I think what we're going to see are a lot of people are going to be praying that this was some kind of an accident, goof up, or whatever. The difference in reality is, and the reason why is because they don't want to deal with the harsh reality, where this could have been intentional, and it could have been, rather than using a nuclear weapon to test the West's resolve, which would be horrific, maybe we'll just plunk a couple missiles down out in a farm country in Poland and see how everybody reacts to it, just to check them up against the glass as opposed to high sticking.
Yeah, a bit of probing maybe by Vladimir Putin's regime. And of course, Chuck, this comes amid the backdrop of major Russian losses continuing in eastern Ukraine. Russian forces recently withdrew from the pivotal city of Kherson in eastern Ukraine, and that was a territory that Russia annexed recently. How badly is the Russian war machine struggling in Ukraine right now?
Well, U.S. analysts have estimated that Russia has lost half of its tanks so far. And winter's setting in. A lot of these draftees that were called up as part of his 300,000-man pull-up have been sent into battle with no real good equipment, no training. Entire units are being wiped out down to 10 or 12 guys who then start running back toward Russia. It's a total mess. It is absolutely a total mess. But here's the thing to keep in mind, Eric. Keep in mind Stalingrad during World War II and the horrific price that the Russians were willing to endure and take. It's almost as if it's in their DNA that they can suffer better than anybody else. So, are they going to put their frontline troops in Ukraine right now? No. They're going to put cannon fodder in there, try to do a lot of damage, take down the power systems, the water treatment facilities, the waste treatment facilities. They're going to try to break this country, and they're going to use their cannon fodder, and they're going to keep their top troops back so that if they do get an opening, they can flood them in with that. But I don't think they're going to do that. They're just going to keep this grinding through the winter.
Yeah, Chuck, it seems that escalation would be the order of the day for Vladimir Putin. He's all in now. He's laid it all on the line there in Ukraine, and things might get worse before they get better. But it's encouraging to see that Ukrainian counteroffensive. Captain Chuck Nash, as always, thanks for joining us. We will see you again soon here on Centerpoint.
Hi, I'm Doug McKelway, and thank you for watching Centerpoint. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Leave a comment below and keep the conversation going by sharing this video with a friend who needs to see it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tomorrow.